This video, I'm going to be breaking down a coverage that is going to be good against 99.9% of the formations that you face. And for this breakdown, we're just going to use the gun trips because it is something that is actually really good this year. So I'm going to use this to kind of teach this from. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be in the 3-3-5 penny defense, and we're going to be in the cover zero shell. In our coaching adjustments, we're going to have auto flip on, and then we're going to be coming out in the play Tampa 2. Now, the key to this coverage is you don't want to change any of your packages. You want to have the default package in 3-3-5 penny. And if you want to get my entire defensive ebook on this defense, it's available in our school community for just $10. You can become a member today and get access to all of our offensive and defensive ebooks, exclusive tips, and updates pretty much every single day in that community. The link to sign up for that is going to be down below. Tampa 2 is the play that we're going to be out in. And you see that this is kind of what the defense looks like, right? So the way that this is going to work is because we're in a cover zero shell, if we press coverage, we're going to get reroutes from these cloud flats. So you see here, if you look to the left side, you're going to see, let me actually show you a little bit better this way. You see how that corner on the left is pressed up? So even if they put this guy on a fade, which they certainly might do, even if they put this guy on a fade, what you're going to see is we're going to be doing these adjustments. It's going to really take some stuff away. So what I like to do with this defense is I like to blitz off the opposite side of the running back. So right here, running back's to the left. So we're going to shift our D-line to the right. We're going to blitz this linebacker on the right. And then we're going to put our user here in a hook curl to this left side. This is then setting up for our coverage adjustments, which is going to be to take the safeties and put them both in outside thirds, and then take that slot corner that's actually a safety and put him in a middle third. So as you see right here, this is super good coverage defense for what a lot of people like to do. And you're going to get a reroute press animation on that left side, and that outside third will never get burned over the top. Now, another thing that people like to do to try to manipulate these triangle coverages, these two high looks, is they might go with a combination, a route combination that looks something like this to try to get us up the middle of the field. So what we're going to do defensively is we're going to basically run that same series of adjustments. So I'm going to put this guy in a hook curl once I get him down where I want to user him. And then what you're able to do here with your coverage, you don't have to send 5. So what I'm able to do from a coverage aspect is a couple different things. So if I want to put this guy on a hook curl over here, I can actually just drop this guy into a vert hook on that right side. This gives me full field coverage. I can switch stick all over the place. These cloud flats are really effective when you press them up because they're going to reroute spread formations. And basically the main thing they're going to try to do is hit this R1 receiver up the seam. But you see how we kind of get that bumping, and then that middle third from that slot is always going to be able to take that away as well. Now this defense also does a really good job of taking away these corner routes that a lot of people like to throw in these trips formations. So if I was to run, let's say, a stemmed corner route combination, where I'm going to stem this corner route all the way down, then you're going to see here, we're going to have that streak corner flat combination pretty much typically bagged, and then you're just going to have to use her over the middle of the field. So again, the setup is we're going to press so that these cloud flats are going to reroute. We can hook curl our user to either side, whichever side we want. Typically, I'll hook curl him on the side we want the blitz to come in on. And then we're going to basically go to town with these adjustments, and we're going to put these outside thirds on there from the safety positions. And we have this middle linebacker that we can just, or this left side linebacker we can put, kind of replace that vert hook. These are what it looks like. And the snap of the ball, you are going to see we're going to get pressure off that right side, and that slot corner is never going to get over the top of that cloud. It's a really conservative defense, but super, super effective. Now, the other thing we can do is occasionally, as we want to, we can actually get really aggressive with this because we know how good these flat zones are. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually flip-flop. We're going to give up a little bit of protection in the seam, and we're going to basically try to send some pressure. So the way that this is going to work is now we're just going to hard flat, and now instead of having the outside guy, we could do it like this as well. Either way is fine. But basically what's going to happen now is, again, we're shading underneath. So now they might think that this little quick flat's open, and you see that we're able to take away the underneath receiving threats. This is one of the easiest ways to play defense in this game. It will literally bag 99% of players that you play. And if you want to learn how to bag the top 1% of people, make sure that you join our school community. That's where you get access to all of my offensive and defensive ebooks, full schemes to help you take your game to the next level. You can sign up by heading down to the description and clicking the link down below.